Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today as we're talking about WWE's Royal Rumble 2019. This is honestly coming together looking like it's going to be a really good show. I know that there's still going to be some more matches named. Honestly, in my opinion, one of my favorite Royal Rumbles there ever was, which I believe would be Royal Rumble 2011, where you had a WWE Championship match, you had a World Heavyweight Championship match, you had a Women's Championship match, and then you had the Royal Rumble. And I'm pretty sure that was all the matches on the entire show. Now you've got the Men's Rumble, you've got the Women's Rumble, you got to have your 205 Live match, you got to have your Universal Championship match, and you got to have your WWE Championship match. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of matches going on this show. What the hell is this? Oh, I guess there's a 205 Cruiserweight Championship Fatal 4-Way. But I just saw that, I thought that honestly, that when Hideo Itami got the win on 205 Live, I thought that he was just going to be in a one-on-one match. But that shows you how much I really pay attention and watch what's going on 205 Live. Of course, WWE's Royal Rumble is always, putting us on the road to WrestleMania 35, going to be taking place in New York City this year. So, this is going to be a big show, and, it's going to be a payoff on a lot of angles. This is probably going to be the last time that we see AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan go head-to-head over the WWE Championship, find out what's going on with the Universal title. Some people are saying that Brock's not going to UFC. Some people say that Brock's going to be losing the title and going to UFC. Some people say Braun's going to win the title. Some people say that Braun's not going to win the title. So, there's a lot of different directions over way things, plan out to be. I think on most people's dream WrestleMania card, a lot of people have Brock versus Seth Rollins. So, some people must be looking that Brock is going to be winning this championship match against Braun Strowman with the the videos that they've been pumping out about Braun Strowman's comeback and him coming back from the surgery and rehabilitation on his arm. It's hard for me to believe Braun Strowman's going to lose this match. Daniel Bryan versus AJ is the lead story going on SmackDown. AJ Styles has always been one of the best wrestlers in the world, as well as in WWE. Daniel Bryan is sort of a really good wrestler that has a really good gimmick that I just started calling him Grandpa Bryan, and it's almost like he's the old man standing on his porch yelling at the kids, "Don't walk on my lawn," and that's what makes it really exciting for me. When I'm looking out at the Raw Women's Championship match, it's going to be Ronda Rousey going up against Sasha Banks. Sasha is a girl with a whole lot of talent that sort of is hot and cold in WWE, and if you read things on the internet, it's sort of a thing about how, I guess you can say, her attitude is backstage. Some people say that she has the so-called heat for acting like she's sort of bigger than what's going on around her. I've never really believed it when we know that people have heat in the back. I've never believed those stories ever, but she is somebody that's either, in the championship picture or nowhere near it at all. Her having a match against Ronda Rousey is going to be really good. I don't see Ronda Rousey losing this match. I think that she is going to be the champion going into WrestleMania. Who she's going to face, I've always thought that basically it would be Ronda Rousey against Charlotte Flair for the main events. I didn't know if it was going to be a championship match or not, but just sort of to see who the best woman in WWE is. But then when I look at the SmackDown's Women's Championship match, it's Becky Lynch going up against Asuka. That to me honestly sort of makes it seem like, yes, like Becky is not in the picture with Ronda Rousey anymore, that she's going to be going in different directions. Maybe Charlotte could win the Rumble. Most people think that she's going to relive her rivalry going up against Becky Lynch, but decides that she's going to face Ronda Rousey, which would be kind of a babyface move in my mind, but weirder things could happen. Last night on SmackDown, we had the WWE Tag Team Championship match picked out. It's going to be The Bar going up against Miz and Shane McMahon. That's kind of a weird pairing, because I know that coming out of the Crown Jewel event where Shane McMahon won the championship of Best in the World, or whatever the heck it was called, that tournament, that was a lot like the Kuwaiti Cup, replacing Miz against Dolph Ziggler in the finals. And then they put this together to be sort of a team. I thought that angle sort of was dead, killed, and buried. But here it is, brought back out. Does anybody really think that The Miz and Shane McMahon are going to be having a match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles that are not going to win? So honestly, that's sort of my mindset, is that I think there's no way in the world that Miz and Shane lose this match. When we look at the two Royal Rumble matches, last year the Women's Royal Rumble match was the main event of the show. I don't see how that's going to happen again this year. I'm not saying that it's going to be the opener. Maybe they can stack them where it's one Rumble and then the next. But the Men's Rumble has to be the main event this year. When I look at the Women's Rumble, there's not many women on the roster right now that I think have a chance to win this, other than Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte has to be the pick to win it. There's not many names. Carmella's in there because of winning the Mixed Match Challenge. You've got Selena Vega, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Alicia Fox, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, Ember Moons, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya. How can Sasha Banks be in the Rumble and then she's also going up against Ronda Rousey? So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. So maybe Sasha won't be in there. But, there's going to be girls coming up from NXT to fill out the 30 spots in the Rumble, as well as they're probably going to be bringing some over from the UK division to sort of shine a light on what's going on over there. So Charlotte is my pick to win the women's. When I look over at the men's Royal Rumble match, they really had a lot of names added. John Cena joining the Rumble was the biggest surprise. To me, you've also got names like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Elias, Jinder Mahal, Jeff Hardy, Bobby Lashley, Andre Cien Almas, and R-Truth from winning the Mixed Match Challenge. So, as of right now, it looks like Seth Rollins is my pick to win the Rumble. I'm really rooting for a guy like Finn Balor. At this time, I just don't really see it happening. Cena, to me, is always going to be a wild card. I didn't even think that he was going to be in it, but you always know that he's going to be in the running for having a big match at WrestleMania, and what easier way than just putting him into a match for the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, and sort of maybe having a payoff of like Cena versus AJ Styles, Cena versus Daniel Bryan. That's a matchup we've only seen one time in WWE, I believe. You could do Cena versus Brock. We've seen that 2 times. And I don't think... Well, Cena won the first one, but he got his ass whooped the whole time. Cena's never got a real clear-cut victory over Brock, so that's the first thing that I think of. But, Cena versus Strowman. If we've ever seen it, Strowman wasn't at the place that he's at right now, but I don't think that match has ever happened. So we'll see. Like I said, the Rumble's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I think it takes place like on the 27th December. Thank you, WWE.com. So my voice is going out. I was going to try to do a few videos today, but it looks like we're only going to do one. Peace out, everybody.